Did you guys go on Facebook this week? Of course you do. Everyone has
Not
Facebook.
really.
Yeah.
Do you guys? No. There was something that I saw on Facebook, and then I watched it, and there was a lot of outrage on it.
What was it?
So basically, the BBC, it's actually, okay, what they're doing is good, but they're basically, because obviously it's Black History Month, well, it was Black History Month, they're celebrating what it's like to be black and British in England. So obviously not a lot of people know. Well, if you're a Londoner, you probably would, but it's actually really good. They're doing something on Wednesday as well on BBC Two at 9 o'clock. There's a lot of like musicians, artists, that's the same thing, entertainers across the whole board, everyone. And they're just interviewing various people. It's really interesting. I'm going to watch that. But there is something I saw on Facebook, and it was part of what is like being black and British sort of thing. So it's something called Newsbeat by BBC. I think it's BBC Three. And I don't watch Newsbeat because I'm not 12. But actually, I don't know if the demographic is 12, but I don't care. But so they did a question, and it was, do black people like chicken or something like that? And it's just
irrelevant. No, not
firstly,
racist.
it's irrelevant.
It's stereotypical.
Yeah.
Secondly, and the more important, which I'm going to go on, it's stereotypical. But thirdly, that's how I knew the people who made that video don't interact with black people. I can tell that they don't interact with
Was
black
it a
people.
serious question though?
It was a question, and they interviewed people, random people, and it's just like some of the black people that's not the only thing we eat though. And it's the truth, it's not the only thing we eat.
No, but okay,
You know?
okay, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just saying that I can tell that whoever made that doesn't interact with black people. I can tell they don't. Because all they're going off is what the perceptions, this is what
Yeah, maybe
what's been given to
maybe
them.
he just wants to confirm it.
But-
Statistic. I don't know. He just
but
asked.
then-
I don't think there should be any need to make it. I mean, to
But
make
it's
it up.
stupid. That's how I know.
I know it's a stupid question.
Whoever is the content creator for that
It's
show
dumb.
is stupid.
You should get that probably job. I mean, like, why would you even
They
ask
should be
that?
fired because there's just meaningless content. It's stupid.
Basically, yeah.
If you're gonna do that, why do why do all white people like roast on a Sunday?
Yeah, but the
Why
proportion is different. I'm
why
sorry.
do all
Come on.
Turks like selling junk food? Why do all Greeks support Arsenal and have big
Okay,
noses?
look, well, I'm not changing the subject, but stereotypes. I'm not
You can't
changing.
even
I'm
want
not
to say
changing.
something,
I'm not
but-
changing the subject, but stereotypes are based on facts, though.
I don't think so.
Yeah, man, I'm
I
sure.
don't think so.
Out of 10 black people, 8 of them will love chicken. But I'm not saying that.
Okay, and out of
And-
what,
and
10 Turks, they
we-
will eat junk food and be fat and
Yeah,
overweight.
no, true. Yeah, I agree. That's the thing. That's what I'm trying to say. But like, the
Yeah,
stereotypes
what
of facts aren't.
No,
I mean, they're not.
I don't think
he's
that-
right.
I mean,
he's right.
I don't-
we
I
shouldn't
think
see
so.
them as
But
he's right in a.
but
like
what-
just
in a
because you like.
portion.
No,
if
but-
you ask 10 black people, do you eat chicken, and they will say yes, you can't say all black people eat chicken.
No,
'Cause
no,
If
true.
you change the question, if you ask 10 black people, hey, do you go uni? We all go uni. You wouldn't say all black people go uni. You don't want to choose that
But
stereotype.
nobody
you
says
choose
all, man. Nobody says
But I'm
all.
just
We
saying,
say the
but
majority.
they
I'm
pick
saying
and choose the stereotype that associate with us. Because most black people I know have gone to uni and have degrees and do stuff.
Yeah, I
But
know, man.
They don't want to use that narrative. They'd rather use a narrative. Oh, they all eat chicken.
I know. No,
Yeah,
what I'm trying to say is, yeah, them using that thing is pointless and stupid.
It's
but,
stupid.
No, but I mean, besides that, though, the fact is, I'm not saying the majority of black people do like chickens. I don't know
But
why.
we also
Same way
like-
a majority of Turks like kebab and blah
The same
blah.
way of Turks, the same way the majority of Turks like chicken also.
But we
Sorry.
don't. But no, but I don't know why. Come on.
No,
You-
don't,
you know what I'm
say
trying
what
to
you're
say?
saying. No, say what
No,
you're
but
saying.
it's
I don't
just-
know what you're trying to say, so you have to
But
explain
the
yourself.
majority of black people somehow do like. I mean, when I go on top.
But the majority of Turks, I know,
Yeah,
like
but
chicken
when I was,
too,
yeah,
so
but
I
when
don't
I was,
understand.
no, not as much. We like
What,
kebab.
what,
we
what,
like meat.
what, okay, where are you getting that information?
By
Because you just said
facts,
not
by
as much.
stereotypes. Well,
But
even,
what facts?
Even in secondary
What-
school,
what
when
have
I
you
was
drawn
going,
on?
when I was going home, like I'll go on top of a bus and literally every black
Everybody
person eating the chicken. Yeah,
If
and you know,
okay, but let me just tell you just now. You live in Edmonton,
yeah.
so you predominantly saw black people.
Yeah, but why would they eat chicken when they can go get kebab or something else? Why don't we?
But how do you know I never went
But
to...
I'm not saying. Oh, that's what I didn't
But-
say. Oh, I
but-
said the majority.
But how do you
And that
know?
doesn't
But
mean-
you've just used an example from your past and just said you saw a group of people
But it's
on the
true,
bus.
man. Oh my
When
God.
after school, when I used to go to school back in the day, everyone used to get chicken and chips. Black, white, Turk, Greek, whatever.
Look, why did it look? Stereotypes
it doesn't
exist for a
matter.
reason. People are obviously saying that because
It's for the people who don't want to do the due diligence and actually immerse themselves in the culture, so they're lazy and live in areas like, I don't know, Ware and Broxburn and Cheshunt, and don't give a fuck, and they just say, do you know what? We don't want to interact with them, but we want to know them. We want to know who they are and what they do. Black people like chicken. It's for the lazy people that don't actually want to try.
Against, look, stereotypes can work for and against because it's the fact that black people are more athletic than white people. You see, that's a fact, and that's a stereotype based on a fact. You would admit that, yeah, and it's true. Come on, we can't deny that. I mean, look at running and sprinting and stuff. So, I mean, what I'm trying to say is, I mean, okay, I know it's how irrelevant it is saying black people like chicken. It's irrelevant. It's not racist as well, but it's an irrelevant fact.
I'm not saying like I've not.
I know what you're saying, but I'm just saying it's an irrelevant fact.
It would have been better, like you know when you're saying about the stereotypes.
Yeah.
If they said, are all black people fast? That would have been a bit of a better one because.
Or athletic, yeah. I mean,
or they could have said like, when you think of a black person, what do you think? They should have said that.
That makes sense. True,
and then because it's gender,
some people said
because all the people they would have asked would have been like they would have all had different like black friends, different shades of black, if that makes sense. So you guys, your black friend is me, and you know most people would call me an Oreo, for example. So if they said, so what? Yeah, I know it's tough. I was laughing. So if they said, what is it like? Do you know any black people? What do black people like? Oh, my mate Dami loves jar fries. He goes uni. He does this. He's like,
I know.
He works. He does a lot of stuff. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I mean, well,
another white person's friend might be like, oh, well, my mate is like super intelligent. He does this. He does that. So for me, I think black people are this. They're very cultural. They do this. They eat all the time. They love cooking. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But the narrative they put is, do black people like chicken?
I know, it's irrelevant.
It's such a stupid question. It was so irrelevant.
I agree, man.
I just think that the world is a beautiful big place, and I feel like a lot of people just stay very stagnant. They just stay in the same place, and they don't want to get to know people, or immerse themselves in different cultures, or see beautiful things and characters and people in the world. No, but I like cultures. But how?
So you're for multiculturalism.
What I'm trying to say is
I know.
How can I not be though? My parents are from Nigeria. I live in England. So how can I not be? How can I not want to know what Greek culture's like or Turkish culture's like? I grew up in London with so many diverse cultures.
No, I agree with you. I actually like that. As long as one culture doesn't try to replace another, like a certain one. But I mean,
well, yeah, that's a different argument.
But yeah, I know. I agree. It's nice to know different cultures, man. It actually is really nice to know different cultures on the go.
It is nice. Yeah, like the fact that I like the fact that your girlfriend is like not from here.
Yeah.
Because when you go there, wow, everything's so different here. Like I'm like the tallest person there.
Can I say one thing here? Wait, actually, no. Let's finish this topic because I want to go back to what you said in the beginning about this topic. So let's carry on talking and then.
But yeah, anyway, yeah.
So it's done.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No,
what you gonna say?
So. The reason you brought up this topic, because you were speaking about Black History Month, do you think black people should have a month?
No. Honestly, I think, like, Black History should be celebrated whenever you want to celebrate it.
I agree.
That's just it.
I think it's silly that
yeah, because imagine we had White History Month, then...
No, I'm saying it because I was watching something, I think it was last year in Black History Month. I think Morgan Freeman was having an interview. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
And he was saying we shouldn't have a Black History Month. We shouldn't have one.
But then on the contrary, why? Because would you want to remind the world of the hardships?
I don't know. His thing was like American history or Black history is American history because we blacks made that country.
Yeah. No, but that nothing. Yeah, but that doesn't mean
that like America was nothing. It was just I didn't want to say Red Indians. Sorry, Native Indians. They lived there. It was just them.
Okay,
people settled there and they needed to build that economy, so they got the Africans and Caribbeans and then built the economy through hardship and oppression.
So why do English people celebrate Black History Month?
I think it's based off, like obviously my parents were obviously not slaves because obviously I'm from Africa and I actually have an African surname, but obviously you can still relate to it,
See, I don't think, I'm not being racist or whatever, I don't think there should be a Black History Month because it's like Father's Day and Mother's Day. Why do they have a day? Why isn't there a Sunday or Daughter Day? Why do black people have a Black History Month?
In some ways, though, Black History Month does create division in the sense that Black History Month, because it's like all the black people uniting under one. Do you get what I mean? It already kind of creates that division, reminding people of, let's say, slavery. So you're they're giving you like a reason to hate something. If that makes sense.
Hate something.
Yeah, to hate.
Like,
I mean, I'm sure.
Do you guys know what Black History Month is? So I just have to say that.
Yeah, I mean, wait, well,
you don't know what it means. Do you know what it is? No. It's not. Like,
it's to remind people of this thing, the bad things that happen, right?
No, not just that. I mean,
it's the good and bad.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but you guys have just said
within
the bad. How do you know it's
I didn't
not
say
like...
the bad. I haven't said
but
no
I'm just
bad
saying,
thing.
but like...
But then in a sense that's racist. Why can't we have a Turkish History Month?
That's what I was trying to say.
Wait.
You always cut me out.
Go ahead. Why isn't it Turkish History Month?
Okay.
Why isn't it Greek History Month? I'm just saying, you guys can set it up.
Okay.
You just know.
Okay, so imagine every month there was one.
Yeah, that'll be dead, man.
Go ahead. Who's gonna stop you?
But I don't think there should be one. I personally don't think there should be one.
I agree as well, yeah.
No, that's fine, but I'm just trying to say, like, obviously, it's not, they didn't just dwell on that. Black History Month is obviously celebrating black history also. Celebrating black people in general. Like, let's be realistic.
But that's even worse.
It's not just that, current people as well.
Yeah,
let's be realistic here. Black people are cool. We are the front runners of culture.
Wait, before you go,
wait.
Before you
say what you want, but
you can hear the fireworks.
Shout out to the fireworks.
Yeah, it's Guy Fawkes night. Well, yes.
Well, that was good.
Wait, did you hear what you just said?
We are cool. We said
no, you're cool, but you're not the front runner.
We are the front runners of everything. We are.
REENO,
it's my opinion. You can disagree. This is why this podcast is this podcast.
I mean, you're the front runners of athletics. I can understand.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't watch things.
And the front runners of American culture, but not in the world.
Okay. Oh, I love how you said that. Okay, so front runners of American culture. Okay, everyone looks to America.
No,
for
they
culture.
don't. They look at Asia now.
Okay, everyone looks to who's the Asian Kim Kardashian then? Who's the Asian Kanye West?
I don't care about that.
Who's the most famous Asian musician? Who's the most famous Asian?
There's probably K-pop.
Footballer.
I mean, you know how many people like K-pop and J-pop?
Name me a K-pop.
I don't know, but there's a big market.
You know when you said
let me just finish my point, sorry.
Okay,
like, going back to what TEMPLAR just said, American culture, yeah?
Yeah, I mean,
everyone likes American culture because we want to... That's good for you, TEMPLAR. Everyone likes American... All Turks and Greeks want to be act and talk black.
I don't.
So, you can say you guys don't. But realistically, all the Turks and Greeks I knew growing up spoke and acted black.
That's kind of true, I guess.
There's no kind of truth to that. It's the truth.
Those are traits.
You can disagree, but
because all my Greek friends do not talk black.
That's cool.
So the people that I grew up with,
that's cool.
Yeah, I would say most
going
of
back
these
to
Turks
TEMPLAR's
and
point
Kurds
again,
do want to be.
all we look to for culture, music, everything is from American culture, and the American culture is the one that's cool. Is the black culture. All the friends you mentioned, all they listened. When we went drinking with them, what did they all do? They kept doing memes from what black American kids do on Instagram, Vine. Shout out to Vine, rest in peace, Vine. Instagram, didn't they? The dabs. You can say no, but that's what they did to me.
But we just found that funny. We never done it.
But I'm just saying, but they were influenced to do that. That if that's their way of, like, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying if that's their way of communicating to me, that's fine. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, it's like, you guys still listen to black music.
Okay, I listen to
black music. You still listen to black music. Everything in life now is drove by black American culture. They rule everything.
Football.
Everything is ruled by black American culture.
It's, okay. Man, come on, that's a bit too much, man. What the hell? I mean, everyone's...
No,
it's not run by...
Black's American culture. Black American culture. Football.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah, basketball is. Basketball is just...
It is.
But what, football?
Did I say that?
You said
are you listening?
Are you talking about basketball?
No, you're not listening.
Okay,
Listen.
Alright, football.
Okay.
What is the black
explain
population?
that too.
Wait.
This is football.
What is the...
Okay. Explain it.
What's the black population in
hold on,
America?
explain it.
Okay.
Okay.
Who's the best players in the world at the moment?
At football right now?
Yeah.
Ronaldo, Messi, Bale, Neymar, Suarez.
Just say them five, yeah.
Okay. And who do the kids watch right now? Be realistic.
Really? Messi.
Like in terms of
Barcelona.
social media.
Barcelona.
In terms of social media. Pogba. Come on. Like, come on. You know, the dabs.
Yeah, alright.
You can say what you want.
But football-wise, they would want to watch Messi.
Culturally, we look to America. Okay, you said football, cool. But culturally, because I know your favourite rapper's Eminem, who is obviously influenced by black culture, obviously, because he wouldn't do rap otherwise.